I welcome you to another episode of DTC Official GH, your number one channel for business, tech, and all forms of personal development initiatives and content. Today I'm here with Mr.
Mohammed Abdul Hamid.
Mr. Mohammed Abdul Hamid, and we just launched the Zongo Business Incubator. This idea, I think, is a brilliant one, and that calls for me to interview the brain behind this initiative. Mr. Mohammed, we would like to know why Zongo Business Incubator?
So the Zongo Business Incubator was actually launched in 2017. What we launched today was one of the flagship programs that we are promoting. And this is a research-informed flagship program called the Zongo Apprenticeship Business Support Program. What gave rise to this flagship program is that the Zongo Business Incubator focuses on supporting mostly informal business in the Zongo communities. And we believe the economic empowerment is what we can use to uplift the young people in the community. This flagship program targets people who have gone through apprenticeship training, but they are finding it difficult to establish their businesses. So and they identified a gap between training and employability, and it was blocked by two main things. Number one, the minimum business intelligence and skills to set up an enterprise, and secondly, the minimum capital requirements for setting up a business in either apprenticeship environment. And that is what we want to address with this particular flagship.
Wow. So it started in 2016. I'm still curious to know, since its inception until today's flagship program launch, do you think it's been very impactful? What has been the impact line?
Yeah, for the Zongo Business Incubator, we have achieved so much. We have achieved so much. I think that our biggest achievement is the Zongo Business Network. We've created a very strong network of young Zongo entrepreneurs that are able to leverage on each other's capacity to grow. There are so many achievements. We work with the National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Plan, towards the Presidential Business Support Program. We said that Zongo people, when you are training, there's a lot of context in providing entrepreneurial training in Zongo. So when we apply for such training, we told the government that, look, all the Zongo people who apply, bring them to us. We understand the context and culture and how to present entrepreneurship knowledge and information in a way that can be most productive. So they send them to us and then we train them. We started the entrepreneurship drive series. We have business accelerator programs. We have a lot of support programs. One of our major programs and significant achievement was in the area of arts and crafts among Zongo businesses. We have people from Zongo who are currently exporting arts and crafts because of one of our flagship programs called the Zongo Arts and Cultural Festival, which later became a national and monumental event called the Zongo Fest. It was launched in 2018. We had the Zongo Fest, and it was the biggest art and cultural exhibition in the entire Greater Accra region. So we've done a lot of things in the last few years.
That's awesome. But to think of it, throughout your partnership, do you think you have been able to cover the nationwide of the Zongo community? Don't you think there will be like some lapses here and there? And how are you working towards some of these?
Yes, in terms of physical presence, we've not been able to locate ourselves in the Zongo communities, but our impact have reached there. Our impact precedes our physical presence. And we think we can do more, and that is what technology is going to do for us. One of our programs, the Zongo Digital Inclusion Program, aims to include technology in almost every aspect of our training. One of the biggest myths is that we think people who have not been to school cannot use technology. We were so wrong. And that is why I said that all our flagship programs are research informed. They use technology, but it has to be simple and easy. So we are using technology to reach a lot of people. The Zongo Digital Inclusion Program is providing business training in local languages using technology. So for the first time, we are going to see business development training in Hausa, in P, in Ga, in Davani, in all local languages that are dominated in Zongo communities. We are going to use local language. We are going to use technology to extend training. But because we've not launched we've not opened up the detail, we'll send articles and people will see all the details and the components and the infrastructure technology we are building. We are not building something totally new. We are leveraging on untapped and on underutilized opportunities in tech. And interestingly, we are also using a unique model. We are using creative art to teach entrepreneurship. If you tell somebody to learn, if you want to teach somebody about customer service, we think that for the informal sector, you can't come and do slides and presentation. Show them customer service.
Exactly.
Show them a video of somebody going to buy something and what bad customer service means. And this approach is very innovative, and that is what will help us solve the gap of our reach nationwide.
If you have not had if you have not had a Zongo experience, you will not appreciate the level of impact and the level of amazing things they are doing in these communities. Trust me, if you have had a Zongo community, you will understand the narratives they are changing with this initiative. But I just want to say that as humans as we are, we will always want more. And somehow we are inbred. In that sense, I will urge you and your team to do well, but I will just want to sink into your background of policy. You are a policy analyst
For artificial intelligence.
for artificial intelligence policy analyst. And this brings me to my biggest headache. Do you think Ghana is currently building a bridge to to connect the policies of the digital world with our current jurisdiction? I don't know how to. Let me rephrase it. Um, I'm looking at boundaries where our digital footprints can reach, and sometimes ethically, non-ethically, you see that US has digital policies. They are digital laws. Do you see Ghana going towards this line to make sure that our digital space is curbed with sanity?
Yes, the challenge is, a lot of things goes down to leadership and direction. You know, I think that Ghana is has entered into a period of digital transformation, and we have seen that a couple of times, but it is not being championed by people with power, not necessarily. What I mean by that is there is no structured way or plan to transform Ghana digitally. I don't see it. What I'm seeing is bits and pieces of it here and there. So we are heading towards digital transformation, but unconsciously. And I think that it is half a loaf, but I think it's better than none. So in small ways, we have organizations like the Zongo Business Incubator, coaches, a lot of institutions championing a lot of these agendas from all sides. But if you look at it from a bigger picture, there is no structure, and that is where I think the problem is. And so you find that because there's no structure, there's no blueprint, you find a lot of duplication of efforts, right? Instead of aggregating intelligence and resources to focus on something specific and address it. And so we are heading towards digital transformation, but because there is no structure, you've seen a lot of duplication of efforts. And so if we are going on this trajectory, it is going to take us decades. The only thing that will solve is when we have a structure. If And I don't always like to go to government for everything. Organizations also have a lot of power and control. We control what we call intelligence power or expert power, the power that comes with expertise and knowledge and information. So if we ourselves as organizational leaders will come together, I think we can champion this for ourselves. Because at the end of the day, when we have a structured digital economy, the practitioners of digital technology are the best beneficiaries and even to the average Ghanaian. So I think we should lead that agenda by coming together and focusing on a structured way of digital transformation.
All right, this has been an amazing session with you. I'm just hopeful that over the years to come, not too long ahead of us, we will be able to have something tangible enough to support our digital structure in the sense of sanity in our digital space. This has been DTC official. Finally, before you go, I heard your speech and I was just inspired. I was amazed at the lot of things you were doing with the launch of this. Now, finally, what will you say to a Zongo youth out there who thinks that the world is ending? I have been to the Zongo communities and people are bitter. The youth, especially, most of them are bitter. Most of them see no way ahead of them. What do you say to these people?
What is left in Africa is more than what has been taken away from Africa. You have to be able to see that. If you don't see that, there's very little we can do to help you. But as an individual, I think you should aspire to dream. I like dreamers. You should aspire to dream beyond yourself. You should change your reality. Whatever you believe, you become. So if we are going to push the boundaries of technology and push opportunity and aspire for bigger dreams, we ourselves will be able to see it within ourselves. I don't think that politicians are the drivers of development. I think individuals are the drivers of development, their own development. So there are a lot of resources, there are a lot of information available, leverage on any of them, and I think every human being has the capacity to be great in whatever they do. There's nothing that will stop you. So reach for the stars and let's meet at the top.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mohammed. This has been DTC Official GH, your number one channel for everything business, tech, and personal development. And always remember, there is more to read on dtcofficialgh.com. Subscribe to this channel and let me know what you think in the comment section. Catch you.